So let's assume, guys, that you have identified a habit that you want to change, right? So you've done some education, you've watched some videos, and you've noticed, oh, I do that. Or maybe you've done some reflection and you've noticed, I've got a habit of feeling this way when I do that thing. Then once you've found the habit that you want to change that's harming your lower back or making you feel sore, what are we going to do? Well, good news, change doesn't take 21 days. You've probably heard 21 days to make or break a habit. It's not true. That's a myth. Change can happen instantly. If you don't believe me, imagine you walk to work every day and you walk one way to work and somebody punches you in the face. And so the next day, I think, I'm going to avoid that. And you go the other way and someone hands you $500. And you go, oh, that's a much better way to go to work. So the next day you go, I think I'll go the slightly longer way. And somebody gives you $500 again. And it happens every day. I mean, you might stop going to work. But the idea is that you will immediately change. You don't need 3 weeks to change the habit of walking from the old way to work where you might get punched to the new way. All you need is incentive, right? You just need it to feel good. So if you want to change a habit and you've identified a habit, let's look at how we can do that for you. So the first thing is decide what you would like to do instead. For example, I'd like to walk the longer way to work. Maybe you just need more movement in your day. Maybe that's the habit. I've got the habit of just not exercising, of staying still too long. Great. What would you like to do instead? Don't say, I want to stop sitting down all day. You frame the change that you want in the positive. So we're not moving away from sitting still too long. We're moving towards getting up and moving. We're getting up towards sitting upright. Moving towards things is much easier and you'll be more motivated to do it. We're not moving away from getting punched. We're moving towards getting $500. Okay. Now, safety is also an issue. I'm moving towards feeling safe in my body. Then you want to make sure you create a new habit that's in line with your values, that you believe you can achieve, that you believe you deserve to be able to do, and is in line with who you'd like to be. Someone you can actually see yourself as. For example, let's say you want to move more and you go, oh, well, I'm going to do an hour of exercise at the gym every single day. But you don't really like gyms and that you don't really see yourself as a gym bunny, then that habit's never going to work. But if you say to yourself, I'm going to be someone who 3 times a day gets up and does some stretches for 5 minutes. I'm going to be someone who does a 10-minute walk before I start my day. If you can visualize yourself doing that and you think, yeah, that could be me, that could be a me thing. When I wanted to start exercising, I hated all forms. And so I wouldn't even call it exercise. I said to Pedro, don't you dare call it exercise. So you've got to call it movement. Call it movement. I don't exercise. I simply move.
I move.
I just move. And enjoy moving in a way that feels good to you. It might be moving through a sport or through a game, through dancing. But however, find something that's in line with what you feel like, something that feels achievable, and then make a plan to do it. So let's go back to the slouching. Maybe you're slouching while typing or sitting still at work.